Well, g'day everybody, and welcome to No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky, the development team that are doing what Bethesda could never do, and that is creating a true open world space simulator, which is absolutely awesome. The reason why we are checking out No Man's Sky today is because they have had the Voyager update, and the Voyager update allows you to build starships. Yes, that's correct. Build your very own starships, which is absolutely awesome. I am here. Our starship is over there, over the other side of the hill that we have built. Well, basically Corvettes. In a sense, they let you build Corvettes. But we are looking for these. We're actually out on planets hunting these salvage modules. And these salvage modules actually give us access to different types of ship components and stuff like that. And I'll talk about it in a sec. So I'm just going to drop into mining beam, and I'm going to get rid of the protective casing there. Get rid of the protective casing there and there. And get rid of that protective casing as well. Now, when we do this salvage container, which we will mine, you can see the components that we are actually getting. We just got ourselves an intact gyroscope, which is approximately 2,778 years old. How awesome is that? It'll probably be worth an absolute fortune, or otherwise we might be able to use it. So if I go, treasure record, if I go into here, we grabbed a couple of aerofoils and a couple of ambassador class habitats. Also a Kineo Stream thruster, which is a Corvette main engine. Super happy about that. And twin Echo jets, we got one of those. So we will probably utilize those on our starship. But what we're going to do is we're going to head over. I just wanted to start. Excuse me. I just wanted to start while salvaging. Now it took me a while, and Pixel helped me out with this. You can see those yellow salvage containers that come up when you do your scan. I think there's another one around here somewhere. There's one over there. These salvage containers on some planets, they have salvage containers that you can dig up, and they're the planets that you want to go to grab your components, all of your components for your ship. Again, I do have a, I think I've scanned him. I do have a thing to feed wildlife with. Now I don't know whether that will. Oh yes, it does complete that. There we go. So I had to feed creatures 8 times for a mission agent. There we go. Lovely. We're just going to grab some of this ferrite dust and hydrogen here while we're going. But let's not get distracted, Simi. Let's keep this video straight to the point. Over there is our Corvette, or my Corvette, the one that I've made. And there's a couple of things in here, and the reason why I say that Hello Games is doing what Bethesda could not achieve. Right, well, we always know that Hello Games, true open world, you fly into a planet from space, no loading screens, you fly in, you fly around the planets and stuff like that. No zones, you've got the entire planet to roam around on. No like square kilometer zones or anything like that. It's just absolutely incredible what they've done. Now they've allowed you to build your own space Corvettes, and this is my Corvette here. Now I am the kind of person, when I build stuff like this, I like it to be old and junky. So you'll see that is pretty old and pretty junky there, but all of the little bits and pieces that are stuck on there, I've stuck on there. I've built that from scratch with all the habitats and all that type of stuff. And then you can obviously rename your habitat as well, which is really, really cool. The other thing that they've done that that for some reason Bethesda, with all of their money and I've scanned you, haven't I? With Bethesda, with all of their money and all of their wonderful resources and all that type of stuff couldn't do, is seamless integration with the interior and the exterior of your ship. What do I mean by that? Let's get inside our ship because we're going to head off and have a look at some shipbuilding. There's our ramp. Let's walk into our ship. Oh my God, look, Bethesda, I'm inside my ship. I know, I'm having a bit of a go at good old Todd here, aren't I? Let's do a save. So this is my ship. I've put a cargo container there. I've put a cargo container there, and I've thrown a cargo container here, which I've got a lot of ship parts that I found, landing bays and all that type of stuff. So I'm going to throw this stuff over there as well. Oh, I probably don't really need to do that. Look at that, a Speedbird nacelle, external plating. Cool. That's really, really cool. And I'll throw that over as well. I did find another one of those, but I don't know whether it's a raw resource. So this is my ship. Basically, this is the Her Majesty's ship Vegemite, and you can see I've got 3 habitats joined together here, and a cockpit on the front. Right? These are default habitats and stuff like that that you can purchase. Upstairs in this section, I've got a crew quarters in here with some windows. I've put some windows in there. That window is a little... there may be a shield generator just outside that window, but at least we can look out there and say, oh, where's Simi flying to? So this is our crew quarters, which I will eventually... I've got some plants in here, but I will continue to furnish, which is really cool. Over here, there's like a joiner here, in between these habitats, but you can have them all joined together. I've got another room in here which I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with at the moment. As I said, I've got a storage room in there and a storage room in there. I've got a portable refiner that I've thrown down there, and then when we go downstairs to this area, then I have this little section here which is 3 that are joined together. And this is all going to become, I've got a construction research unit there. This is all going to become my manufacturing area because, yes, you can manufacture on your ship as well. But here's another thing that Bethesda couldn't do. You go into here and you can, I've got to get some hydraulic wiring, but you can basically create... see, if I grab some silver, we can actually put a nutrition unit. I've got one upstairs in the bedroom. A living wall. If I grab some more silver out of our storage there. That's the only thing that they don't do is store out of the storage, like draw from storage. You've actually got to have it on your person to actually make it. But we've got save point, construction research, and a portable refiner. In here, we've got a refining unit. I want to put one of those in. I just need to work out how to get hydraulic wiring, which I'm keeping my eye out for. A Medipod, which will probably go in the rear section of the ship somewhere, I reckon, so that when you come back in. I've got hermetic seals. I don't have an amino chamber, but I will be able to make one of those. You can put decals and stuff like that on your ship. Crew lockers, emergency heater for those times when you get stuck. Hazard protection unit, health station, and standing planters, and you can grow, like, your resources that this gives you carbon, I believe. I can't remember what this one is a source of. Frostwalk can be farmed reliably, so you can have a farm. So we'll probably have a room that's just going to be completely a farm, and the standard planter you get yourself carbon on, which I actually have at the moment. I actually have a planter here somewhere in here. There we go. So that's that standing planter is giving me carbon basically, which is a resource that we use to obviously for our mining beam and stuff. But look at that, seamless. Open the hatch, walk out the door. Close the hatch, and we shall leave. Now, there are a couple of little bugs. At one point in time, there was an invisible spot until I actually changed the configuration of my ship. There was an invisible spot in one of these that I'd get stuck on when I tried, and I had to walk around it. I don't know what that was, but that's fine. And sometimes the door can be a little bit funny. It can get stuck half open and stuff like that. So into our cockpit we go, right there, and we shall take off from this planet. Now you can fly inside your ship or outside your ship as well. So, which is really, really cool. We're going to get out again. Another thing that that they certainly couldn't do was what we're doing now, basically. Straight out of the planet, out of the planet's atmosphere, into space. Seamless. Absolutely seamless. It's incredible. So we're going to head towards here. Might fly towards this station here, and we'll dock at this station, and this is where I can show you the shipbuilding. Now you can work on building a ship and sort of save it as a blueprint and come back to working on it. You can have more than one ship at a time, which is really, really cool. At some point in time, I'm hoping that we will be able to build ships and have them as part of our fleet. Because I do have a fleet. I do have a capital ship and a freighter and a fleet. They're out actually doing well, half of my fleet is out doing a mission at the moment. So in we come. In we come. Now, one of the things that I have noticed is, I don't know whether it's the areas that I'm in, but let's jump out of here. I don't know whether it's the areas that I'm in, but all of the space stations, the interiors are all pretty well exactly the same. So the other thing that I'd like them not to do is have this door automatically open when we land. I would prefer to have to open it myself and have the opportunity, especially when you land on a harsh planet. So here we are. These are the new docking bays, and these docking bays are for Corvette ships, and you can see that there's a whole group of them on here. So if you're playing multiplayer, you can all land at different ones. There is a let's just have a wander around Her Majesty's ship, Vegemite. You can see the little bits and pieces that I've put on here. I do like things being uneven. I don't like things being completely symmetrical. So you can see I've got three sort of tails on there. I've got a radar over this side. Over this side, I've got a storage capacity increase, which is that bulbous thing there. I've got some radars and all that type of stuff, plus the engines and stuff like that. So there is sometimes a little bit of clipping and stuff like that, but that'll all sort of be sorted out as we go. Now, oh, that's a nice ship. I haven't seen one of those before, have I? Yeah, I have. So everybody's starting to come into the ship. Now, this is your teleporter. Who wants to walk all the way over there? Because we know that it takes a very long time to walk, and we don't have much stamina in this game. Click there. And we are here. There's our ship over there. And we've come through on this teleporter, and you can see where the teleporter is right there. And that tells you what ship that you're teleporting to, which is really, really cool. So that's a nice little, well thought about feature. And then we can come back here. Right, now, what we need to do, I can actually do it from here. I can go into my starship. No, I can't, because I can't access the other storage. So let's just pop into here, and what I want to do is I want to grab all of these. These are all of the parts that I have collected in my excavations. I don't know what the quad servo is. Highly sprung motor arm salvaged from inside a Sentinel patrol unit. It occasionally twitches. It's not worth that much, but it's used for crafting and upgrading. There you go. Okay, and we will grab the relay joint as well. Cool. So we'll get all of that stuff on us, which is really, really good. When you're out, and I've got mining, I've got some phase beams on here, and I can do mining out in space, and I have done a fair bit of that. When you're doing mining in space, it automatically goes into this container here, this storage container here. I don't know why, but it does, and you can see that that is pretty full right there, so it'll probably overflow into the other ones as well. Just trying to work out the cargo storage as I go. At this point in time, I don't know what this actually is. It says cache inventory, so I'm guessing that you can actually draw parts from there. Now, this is our Corvette workshop. Now, you've got a couple of things. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is purchase modules. Now, purchase basic modules. And these are the modules that are here, the Thunderbird class cockpit, landing gear, and all that type of stuff that's available straight off. You can purchase these. You can see there's 3 pages, or basically 2 pages. You've got your habitats, your landing gear, your sublight thrusters, your reactor, which you need on your ship. You've got photon cannons. For defense, you've got a Titan class landing bay, pyro drive, S-foils, cowlings, and winglets and an antenna, and then you've got a ducting outlet, which is just dress basically. And you can see each of these have a price. Now, the other thing that you have in here, if you purchase modules, is trade advanced modules. Now, these are some other modules. So there's different cockpits, Ambassador class cockpits, Thunderbird. There's Thunderbird classic habs and Ambassador habs and all that type of stuff. Now, all of this stuff, if you want, and there's a massive amount of stuff in here. So if you want something specific, you can see how much it is. If you want something specific, that's a heavy-duty structural support for a Corvette class starship design for connecting larger modules. Now, if you want to purchase one of these, say you wanted to purchase yourself a light scaffold, then you've got to go in here, and what you've got to do is you've got to exchange it with salvage that you've collected. So, for example, if I wanted to put on... maybe I want to put the relay joint in there. Then it gives you like a it's basically a bartering system. Now, if I was to throw in, say I was to throw in a class reactor, then we definitely have an excellent chance of trading for that particular part. So you can sort of, when you're out salvaging on planets and stuff like that, you can bring that salvage back if you're not going to use it, and all of your excess stuff that you're not going to use if you're doing a specific design or something like that, you can use to trade for all of this stuff. So, which is actually pretty cool. It can be an expensive trade sometimes, I think. You know, depending on items and stuff like that. So you can go in and we can modify Her Majesty's ship, Vegemite, which is here, and we can actually add stuff to this and remove stuff. You can move stuff around. If we have a look at what we've got in our inventory at the moment, you've got your categories up here. Windows you actually don't need to purchase. You actually manufacture the windows yourself. And you can see if I had 1 glass and 30 silver on me, I would be able to make one of those. Up here, we've got structural decoration. So this is all just decoration, this stuff. So it serves no purpose. Serves absolutely no purpose at all, other than being decoration and stuff like that. And then through here, we have core modules. Core modules being our habitats. We've got a landing bay there, our engines, our cockpits, all of that type of stuff. So it's deflector shield. We've got it there. We've got a Zenith class reactor there. So these are all the core components that drive your ship, and there are different types of reactors and stuff like that. High energy shields, phase beam arrays, I wouldn't mind getting a phase beam array, photon cannons, which we can purchase. Now the ones that are showing are ones that are actually part of our ship, or I mean that are in our inventory. So one thing that I did want to do is I wanted to look at the possibility of maybe throwing twin echo jets and a thruster in there. So I'm just wondering where we would put that. We could put that on there, and then we can grab that, and I can delete that engine, and I can delete that engine there. Right, that leaves us with a little spot there. And then what we could do, continue modifying. I actually went back. We could see. I want to see. You can see they're available. I want to see what that looks like. Do we want it low? Probably. All right. That's good. That's good. And as you can see, as I said, I really like. Let's get rid of those aerials. I really like things being not quite as beautiful as one would kind of expect. I'm going to get rid of that window. Then I'm going to go into here, and in here I want to see what this looks like. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Look at that. That's better. And that works in really, really well with the engine there as well. So that's really, really good. And everything's really intuitive in regards to sort of moving it around. It's really well tool-tipped and all that type of stuff. We probably want to change our reactor, perhaps. And you can see that there are stats and stuff up the top there. Stats are pretty important. So, to the potential of your ship and what you can and can't do. So what we want to do is I'm just going to put some of this stuff away. I'm going to put you away. I'm going to put our reactor away. And I'm going to move this just to there. I'm going to delete that. And what I'm going to try and do is probably... see, that's our crew quarters there, isn't it? Where's our crew quarters? Yeah, I think our crew quarters is in there. So I think it deleted both windows. But what I want to do is I want to have a look at... let's maybe delete that for a sec. And let's see if we can get our reactor, one of these new reactors in here. So we'll go into here, and we have a Zenith class reactor. The reactor that we were using was the Medusa. That gives you 7% maneuverability, 11% boost. This gives you a better hyperdrive range and warp cell efficiency. So let's throw that in there. And let's move him back to there. Let's... I wonder, actually... Oh, no, you dick. I just deleted something. What did I delete? I deleted a habitat. Oh, you idiot. Okay, that's all right. We didn't have anything in that habitat, so... we'll go the Thunderbird class. I could throw one of these habitats in, couldn't I? Can I get that on there? Yes, I can. There we go. Okay. Don't delete, Simi. I keep the Z and the X button. The X will delete, but it goes into your storage, obviously, and the Z button brings up this here. So I keep... and I keep pressing the wrong bloody button. All right. So now if we throw that reactor in there as well, we can have 2 reactors. Is that right? that'll bring up our... I reckon we can. I'm going to try it out. What about our stats there? We could probably test this out actually, because what I can do is I can take a quick photo of our stats there, like so, and then we could actually remove this. So if I deleted this with the X, has it changed our stats? It hasn't changed them at all. It has. It's given us increased maneuverability actually, and hyperdrive range is the same. Everything else is the same. So, all right. So it actually does pay to have. It will pay for us to have that reactor in, just to get a little bit better maneuverability. So we'll throw that in there, which is really good. I'm happy with that anyway. Now, windows. Well, we definitely need windows in our habitat, don't we? I had them at the back. So could we actually... Oh, you idiot, I did it again. I wish there was a Control Z on here. I swear to God. I hit the X again. Let's go the ambassador. Throw that in there like that, and we'll have to sort everything out up there. I continually hit the X when I'm going to hit the Z. I should take more care, shouldn't I? All right, so that's that. Let's go back into here. Let's have a squiz at windows. I wonder whether we can throw a window in here, like so. And we'll throw one in there as well. The other thing that I do need to do is not press X, is to throw on our other photon cannon array, which needs to sit up here, like so. And there's a modification that we have made to our ship, which is really, really cool. So you can see that I've got, I don't know whether you guys like my ship, but, you know, it's junky. It's junky and I love it. So now what we can do is we can confirm those modifications by pressing P. Let's confirm the changes, and our ship is now modified with those engines and those ones and that new engine there, plus all the other bits and pieces. I think we're going to have to fix that actually now, because it's kind of sticking out, although it doesn't look too bad. Let's just have a squiz in here. Everything is normal here still. Whoop. Everything's still normal up the back of the ship. Down below, I don't think we made any changes either. I don't think we put any different habitats in, which we didn't. We've still got everything that's just normal down there. What we need to do now is we need to figure out where we need to put this doorway. I mean this staircase. So if we go into Z and we go into here and we grab a staircase, then I guess we could probably put it there and then see how we go, right? Let's get out of that, and nope, we can't put it there. But what we can do, thankfully, is we can go C to modify parts, and we can modify that, and we can move it maybe over to there and spin it around like so. And let's see if we can get up there. Nope, that's in the wrong spot as well. Come on, Simmy. You can do it, buddy. It might have to actually go here, I reckon. So let's go into Z and C without pressing X, because that's the last thing that we want to do. And let's grab that and move it to here, maybe? Yeah, we'll move it to there. There we go. Now that should take us up into the new habitat. And it does. This is the habitat that we had here with oh, see, this is the nice one. This is the nice habitat. So this is where the crew area was going to be. So I want to see what the bunk beds look like in here, the crew beds. They look a lot better, don't they? One would absolutely love to live there, right? So we'll put our crew beds back in. And yeah, this is the ambassador. So this is a little bit fancier, which is actually really cool for a crew area anyway. Should we put lockers in here? No, let's put lockers somewhere else. Let's just drop down our stairs here, and we'll go out of there. And I think we don't that hydraulic wiring. Hydraulic wiring. I need to research hydraulic wiring. I think. What have we got? And phosphorus. Do we have phosphorus? I know I've got metal plating. I know I've got uranium. We could do a health station. So metal plate and uranium. I know that we've got that. Where is my storage? My raw storage is in here. Let's open that up. We do have uranium here, which is there. So let's throw uranium over. And what was the other one? Phosphate, wasn't it? I think. I don't think it was platinum. What did we need to build that? Metal plating. Okay, metal plating will be over this side, I think. Yeah, I think metal plating will be here. There is no metal plating there. Why isn't there any metal plating there? Did I put it over here? This is a problem with my storage. Yes, there's my metal plating right there. There we go. So we've got metal plating. So what we can do now is we'll probably put a med bay. We'll put a med bay in here as well, I think, just because. So we'll put that on there. And then you can come straight back in the back of the ship, and you can first aid yourself. There you go. Beautiful. So that'll restore all of your exos. So anyway, there you go, guys. That's ships, right? Over here, what we can do is we can go into here and we can purchase. I'll purchase a couple of modules, just a couple of basic modules, because what you need is you need landing gear. So 1, 2, 3 landing gear there, right? And that's a good start. What I wouldn't mind doing is for our next ship is to actually trade advanced modules, and I want to try and get a different cockpit. So maybe a Titan class cockpit. I don't know what we're going to have to trade for that. Can we trade relay joints? Unlikely. Can we trade one of these? Passenger and pilot access way for a Corvette class starship. That's a landing bay, so we could unlikely. So it's unlikely that we're going to get that. Unlikely that we're going to get that. But what you can do is we could go 3 of those, and we could go 2 of those, and we've got a low chance there, and then we could throw a reactor in there, and then we've got an excellent chance, moderate chance of trading there. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to decide, but we may just have to for now, we'll just have to go with just the basic module, which is the Thunderbird class cockpit. So we'll grab one of those. We don't need anything else from here at this point in time. It's all just dressing. We do have some engines and stuff. So we are going to need a landing bay. So now what we can do is we can create a new Corvette. We can go into here. Now, the first thing that you want to do when you're creating a new Corvette is you want to place your landing gear. So what we're going to look at is we've got mag field landing, advanced landing system for a Corvette class. So we're going to throw, I'm going to throw, how am I going to do this? So I'm going to go 3 wide on this one. So we're going to throw one there, and we're going to throw one there. Going to throw perhaps one up here, maybe. We'll throw it there for now because you can move them. The other thing that I want to do is I want to throw in, I want to see what this thruster does. So if we throw that in here like that, I may end up putting that thruster on my other ship. But what I am doing here is I'm trying to get I'm trying to give you guys a good idea of exactly what you need to do. So 1, 2. So we go, say, there, and we go, say, there and there. I'm probably going to have to buy some more of these. We need another 1, 2, 3 probably. Although what I could do, yeah, we can get another 2 of those. So we're going to do that, and we're going to store design for later. There we go. And we're going to go into here, purchase ourselves, purchase basic modules. We need 1, 2, 2 of those probably. And we'll start with that, I think. So we'll get another 2 of those. And out we go. And resume previous design, which is this one here. And we will throw... where are we? Let's go into Z and there. Throw that into there, like so. And I was thinking of actually offsetting. So what we could do is go Z, throw in our Thunderbird cockpit here, and then we could go into here, like that, and we can move that straight underneath there, like that. And then well, that's, I mean, this is what you do, and this is how you this is exactly how you sort of determine what you are going to do and build, to build your ship. So what we do need is we need a Titan Bay. There we go. That's a landing piece. I mean a hatch there, and then we need to throw some engines in, don't we? We also need to throw a reactor in at some point. Let's go. I would like a landing bay on here somewhere. We could do, we could do a bloody landing bay in there, couldn't we? But what I might do is I might throw my landing bay on there like that. I haven't used one of those, so it'll be interesting to see. Well, we could have 2 landing bays on if we wanted to. Couldn't we? Yeah, I'm going to throw another one there. All right, but I'll probably put a landing bay on my other ship anyway. Let's have a look in here. And we've got some pyro drive boosters. So we're going to want 1, 2 of those, 3 of those on there. Then we want... then we'll grab that booster. And you can't put those boosters on there. But what we might be able to do is move that and put that on there, like so. And then we'll grab that. And we'll throw that in we going to put that where it looks really completely and utterly bizarre? Probably on the side there. That'll do. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So let's go there, and we've got a heavy booster. What does this do? So a main engine. Really? I haven't. We don't actually have a heavy booster. That would have been nice. We do have a Speedbird cowling, which we may throw, I believe, in here like that. Or do we put it there? No, we put it there. And we've got another one there. Oh my God. There's so much choice. So much choice, eh? Look at that. I might, should we? I may throw it there, I reckon. We're going to throw that there for now. We're going to have a look at what it looks like. We've got a hard frame diffuser. We've got a cowling there which can go in there. That'll be fine. And we can throw a cowling. That's probably, I don't know how these fighter bays work, so we may end up taking one of those off. I'm not gonna put that on there, but what we are gonna do is let's see. So we've got all of that stuff. We could probably move. We could get another landing gear, I think, and probably put that under this side. So that'll be all right. And then we'll have a look at what other components we've got. So, as you can see, though, guys, this is what it's like. This is exactly what it's like. They've done such an amazing, amazing job of this. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, in my opinion, they've done an absolutely incredible job. And just the seamlessness, of what's going on. If we go now, we don't have a reactor on there, so the best bet for us is to move that to there. Go into X. Oh crap! I just deleted something. Not X. Go into Z. Get our habitat back, which is there. Put that back under here because I messed up. In there like that. Stop messing up, Simi. Press Z. What do we got there? Sublight thrusters. They're going to be interesting to get at some point in time. So what we need to do is I think we need to put our reactor in here, and then we can put in our cowling here. What's that thermal grill look like? Thermal grill actually looks really, really cool in there. So there we go. So what we'll do is we'll finalize current design for now, and then we'll like that. And what we can do is we should be able to get out of it. Finalize current design. Why won't it let warning no weapon system installed? Well, that's fine. That's fine. We can probably get some weapons. And we'll just have a bit of a purchase modules. Purchase basic modules. Let's grab ourselves 2 of these. 3 of those at 1.2 mil each. Because Simi has crap loads of money, right? There we go. And we'll throw those on. Oh, you idiot. I hit X again. How many times have I hit X now? Maybe that swept casing would be better. I might just throw that. I might throw that in there, and then what I might do is, There's a linkage. There's an industrial joint, a relay joint. Don't tell me I've lost that bit. I may have actually lost that part. But that's okay. That's okay. Let's go back into here and we'll throw one of those on there. We'll throw one over there and we'll throw one up on top of that, like that. For now. I just want to get and then we'll throw a deflector shield on here as well. What are we going to do with our deflector shield? What are we going to do with our deflector shield? Let's have a look. Let's maybe just throw it up here for now. We'll just throw it there for now, right? And there we will go finalize the current design. Reckless song. And there's the reckless song. I haven't compare ship inventories. Claim ship. And we can have a squiz at it now. So you know you're moving around. I know that this video's gone for quite a while, but I did want to sort of show you guys, you know, just some of the things that you could do in here. I'm actually really liking this ship, but she's quite wide. We need another landing gear over the other side. But there's so much potential, and then once you get out and start. So we've got this room here. Once you get out and start actually sort of moving stuff around, like this is quite a large ship, isn't it? Once you get out and start actually salvaging parts and all of that type of stuff, you can end up with like these magnificently large ships, can't you? So what I want to do, I want to have a look at what this landing bay is like. So I'm just going to go into here and I'm going to go Z and there, and I just want to throw that in there like that because I want to see. No, it didn't work. Okay. Yeah, probably because it's under. So let's edit that part. Let's grab that and move it to here, maybe. Yeah, let's move it to there. All right, lovely. And we'll scroll up here and oh, this just took us out the top. I wanted to go into there, unfortunately. I wanted to see what that landing bay was like and what that was all about, but is that a landing bay as well? No, that's an engine there. So unfortunately that's in the wrong spot, so we can't see what that's like because I wanted it to be in there, and it's only kind of one square. But hello games, you guys have done an absolutely brilliant job. Congratulations on this latest update. Again, you're doing everything that Bethesda cannot do, right? Everything that they cannot do. So doesn't look like we're going to be able to get up to there. But yeah, congratulations, Hello Games. I'm just blown away. I am just blown away by this, and you know, the ship design it's fun. Hopefully we start getting more components added into the game, which I'm absolutely positive they probably will. More weapons, all that type of stuff. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's it for this video. I really wanted to showcase this because this game it just continues to get better and better and better. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will see you all in the in the next video. Bye for now.